Diecast. Great news! I partnered with Predator and we're going to do a Christmas present underneath your Christmas tree. Well, it's actually probably going to arrive there a little bit later. Nonetheless, same goes. I have an entire pack of Fugitive Predator Custom Minifigure parts to give away to one of you guys, and I'm going to let you know how the contest rules throughout this video, so stay tuned for that. And now let's move on to the figures. Minifigure number 1. Wow, what? What a bummer. I cannot believe this thing. So I put this together. This is a knockoff version of one of the Predators. I've seen a few of these online, so I figured I'd get them, and this hasn't happened in a long time, actually. Of all the knockoffs that I've bought, this is missing an entire arm. I had to do a triple check just to make sure, but sure enough, this arm was barely in there and it was backwards, so I thought that was a little weird to begin with. But then I just looked around and there was no other arm in this, so a little bit weird, and it's kind of hard to see it, but this is obviously when he goes into cloak mode. He does have some coloration on his eyes. It's kind of unfortunate because it's actually a pretty decent design, and the overall parts don't feel all that chintzy compared to some of the other knockoffs. It does come with 2 claws, which Predator only has 1 claw anyway. But, I mean, here's a figure. You can't really see any, there's no printing or anything. And this is he's got the shoulder cannon on there. And this actually fits kind of nicely in there. But, again, what a disappointment not having that other arm in here. Rule number 1 of this contest is you are going to need to be a subscriber. Minifigure number 2. Okay, now you could take a look at this one, and this is essentially the same thing, minus a few different things, and then plus a couple different things. Clearly, he has an actual other arm in this one, but besides that, the printing on this character is done okay. It's kind of like when he's transforming from cloak to non-cloak, or non-cloak to cloak, and it's just an in-between mode. And you can see the overall printing on this character is done pretty decently. He's got some nice other, coloration throughout. They even have some 360-degree printing. You see that on the side right there, and the printing on the back. Overall, I would say it looks okay. It's just a little bit spotty in a couple areas. But, I got to get him at least an A for effort on this one. And then what does look a little bit harsh or weird is this helmet. I actually do have the original helmet that came with one of the other ones I did before. And it just doesn't look as good as, obviously, the Predator one, or even a couple of the other ones that I've done. I don't like how the dreads are molded into the head print. It just doesn't look exactly like a Predator, but for a knockoff, not too bad. Rule number 2 is you have to give this video a big thumbs up, and I will only start the contest once it reaches 1,000 thumbs up. This is the Wolf Predator by Predator. At first I thought this was the Jungle Predator when I got it, but then I noticed all the markings on the top and just a slimmer overall mask design. This is the Wolf Predator. Great figure, all metal pieces, all die cast, just a fantastic print. One thing to note is this piece right here for the wrist blade. It will cut you. It is dangerously sharp. And then you can see the spear right here. Same thing on the ends. Really sharp pieces and very cool design. Really hard to see all the intricate details there, but it's done fantastically. And you could see the custom shoulder mount right there, included with the cannon. Now this is attached via a minifigure hand to this, which is such a great design. But the most impressive part of this is clearly the mask. I love this mask, and it's die-cast metal, and you get all these little details on there, and these cool-looking dreads. Just such a great design. I mean, it's got to take a lot of time to put all that stuff in there, but overall, really impressed with this thing. Rule number 3 is you have to share this video with a friend or loved one. Alright, the next one from Predator. This is another fantastic design. It's like this dark metal look, which is really, really cool looking. This is the Berserker Predator, and some different modes on here, different custom details. One thing I want to point out, check out that sweet skull. on that shoulder mount. Just a really great design. And he does come with, again, that little minifigure hand that holds another shoulder cannon. This one's not quite like a Gatling gun. I think it's like an individual blaster that's a little bit stronger. And then you can see the shuriken, which is really tiny and sharp on each end here. Another thing that is dangerously sharp is this single wrist blade that does stick out even more. And it's a single one, and it is deadly. You could also see the part that clearly sticks out is that jaw piece that is custom molded, and I did do a little slight paint on it. You could see it's kind of weathered looking, make it look a little bit older, but just an overall great design. This looks like a legitimate, like if LEGO were to make a real Predator, Berserker Predator, this is how they would do it. It is just such care and such design in it. Just kudos and hats go off to them. And then you could also see the braids, well, braids or dreads, whatever you want to call them. They're all individually wrapped, and they have these red markings down here. And the final rule, comment down below on why you like the Brick Predator custom figs. Alright guys, the moment you've been waiting for. This is the Fugitive Brick Predator, and you can see he's got some humor, from Russia with love, legitimately from Russia. So let's go ahead and open it on up. Brick Predator. Let's take all the individual pieces and let's take a look at them all individually, I guess. So starting off with the part that I think is really interesting, the shoulder cannon. I mean the mount, the shoulder mount. And you can see right there, I'm going to zoom in. Hopefully you can get a better look there. But look at all that cool design on that. This is like from that new movie, The Predator. If you haven't seen it, go see it. I think it's out on DVD or streaming now. But just what a great looking design. Next up is the actual shoulder cannon that gets mounted to there. We're going to open this thing up. This one looks very similar to, it probably is very similar to the Berserker Predator. I think this is a single blast versus like the Gatling gun version. Okay, holy cow, I didn't even realize this. So I legitimately have not opened this yet. So I didn't realize all these intricate parts here. So I'm going to open these up and kind of see what plays out here, because I'm not even too sure. Alright. Wow, a bunch of little pieces within here. There's like a flap. What is this flap right here? I don't even know what that piece is. Okay, I figured it out. So this is essentially, there's a couple pieces included in there because like the mold, it's like a silicone mold or a plastic mold. So just to make sure that you got something that actually fits on there. And this is what it looks like actually on the character. Now the part that I'm most excited for, the actual helmet piece. Take a look at this thing. This thing has more dreads than I think any of the other characters. And they're all, look at that. I can't believe all the dreads that are actually on there. And all these are metal pieces. They almost look like little skeleton dreads on each one of those. But such a cool design. And he does actually come up with a couple different designs on this specific Predator. He has the black mask with like a golden inlay for like the top of the face. Really, really cool design, and even more intricate than this one. But this is fantastic in all itself. I mean, you can see right there, there's the top of the mold. Just look at all that little detail throughout this character. And he has the little eye laser on the side there. It's really hard to see, but it is there. So let's put all this guy together and kind of see what he looks like when he's all set up. This is the best design custom minifigure I've ever seen so far. Seriously, this is like the top of the line. I'm not saying that for a fact. I truly mean this is the best custom minifigure that's out there today. And this is definitely the best job done by Brick Predator. If you want to check this thing out, make sure you check him out. You can check him out on Instagram, Brick Predator, or you can check him out at his website. I think it's brickpredator.com. But what a fantastic design. Look at all these little details within this character, and the base is actually from Engineerio. This is original minifigure, custom minifigure, Lego piece that was custom printed on. Check him out, Engineerio, on eBay. But this thing came together so well. I absolutely love this thing. My top of the line figure, and I dare anyone to tell me that there's a better figure out there. The only reason that you wouldn't like this is if you don't like Predator. That's the only reason why you wouldn't love this thing. So there's this small wrist blade, like I said. I don't know if I put these on the right side or not, but you could see this guy as he turns around. Such a great design, and those big dreads kind of overlay the whole thing, and it just looks like it's an official, like something LEGO would do. It actually looks better than something that LEGO would do. Okay guys, I laid it out in the video. If you guys want to get your hands on this figure, I'm going to be giving away this box right here. It's an extra one. Make sure you watch all the video for the details on how to win this guy, and I'll be announcing the video probably. My guess is within 2 weeks on who won that contest. But overall, I absolutely love these things. Again, check out Brick Predator on Instagram. It is my top pick for any custom figure I have ever done, and he just does some great designs, and you can tell he does it with such care. It's really more about an art for the actual character than it is just to push it out to try and sell it. So that's what I have for today, guys. If you like this video, make sure you click that thumbs up button, and until next time, you can help us take a gander.